Hi, my name is Gregory DiCarlo, and today I'd like to give you some information that may help you in your endurance activities and in specific with running. Now, the question is what body composition with respect to height is the most efficient in running? Now, the common beliefs boil down to a simplification that the lower body composition you have, the greater performance you'll have. Now, this is considering both body fat and lean body mass, and as stated best in my last point of body composition and weight are major deciders on performance generally and have major effects on the finishing times of running. The reality is actually much more complex, and as stated by Ghiani et al., theoretically inducing a shift between fat mass versus fat-free mass because of augmented ability to store and release elastic energy should reduce your cost of running. Basically, what this is stating is that when considering fat mass and fat-free mass, i.e. muscle, will grant a more stored elastic energy to be used at a later time. Now, fat grants more potential energy, but it's not necessarily as available. Ideal performance for running is multifactorial, but is dependent on the body adapting to its current state. In other words, the body's performance is actually based on many different factors and not just something as simple as body composition. And the body's adaptation to a single point in time when you have a certain body composition could actually be worse if you were to drastically affect that, such as losing a lot of fat mass. A good way to measure an athlete's aerobic ability is by maximal oxygen consumption, otherwise known as VO2 max. Now, as stated by Macy-Jisk et al., values of VO2 max relative to body mass were significantly lower in high body fat and high lean body mass groups rather than the control group, meaning that individuals with a high body fat or high lean body mass did worse in VO2 max results than with simple control groups that had a normal body composition. In short, body mass that is higher, regardless of high body fat percentage or high lean body mass, results in a lower value of your VO2 max. Now, movements can be simplified around torque when it comes to the legs and perfectly exampled in running. Now, torque has the equation, torque is equal to I alpha, and I standing for moment of inertia and alpha standing for angular acceleration. Now, the moment of inertia is based upon the mass and are directly related with each other, as a greater mass will have a greater torque. Now, in the future, we could have some more specific research that's conducted to determine if any difference exists between skilled endurance athletes when considering cost of running, when comparing different body sizes, and in specific with taller individuals and smaller individuals. Now, most research focuses on the difference of higher body composition and lower, but does not isolate the factor of height. And as stated by Ghiani et al., the limitation of their study was a significant difference in body height noted in high lean body mass compared to the control group and high body fat groups. It included height as a variable, but it was not isolated and thus created an inaccuracy of data as some individuals in the specific high lean body mass group were taller, and in the other groups, there wasn't really too much height involved. And now that should be observed individually, and therefore we can obtain more accurate results to determine the effect of height and how it can be balanced in different ways with body composition. That's the information that I've given you today, and I hope that it's provided some different information for you to think about and research. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.